snail is a small, soft-bodied invertebrate known for its spiral-shaped shell and slow movement. Snails belong to the class Gastropoda, which includes both land and aquatic species. These creatures can be found all over the world, in environments ranging from forests and gardens to rivers and oceans. Their unique characteristics and adaptability make them fascinating members of the animal kingdom. Snails have a coiled shell that serves as their primary protection. The shell is typically made of calcium carbonate and grows as the snail ages. Depending on the species, the shell can vary in size, shape, and color. Most land snails have a shell that spirals clockwise, although some species show counterclockwise spirals. The snail's body is soft, and it moves using a muscular structure known as the foot, which secretes a layer of mucus to reduce friction and protect its body from rough surfaces. This slime trail also helps snails navigate over obstacles and even climb vertical surfaces. The head of the snail features two pairs of tentacles. The longer pair has eye stalks at the tips, while the shorter pair is used for sensing the environment. Snails inhabit a wide range of environments, from gardens, forests, and fields to freshwater ponds and oceans. Land snails tend to prefer moist environments, as they are susceptible to drying out. They are commonly found in temperate regions, but can also adapt to more extreme climates by burrowing into the ground or seeking shelter during unfavorable conditions. Aquatic snails, on the other hand, can be found in both freshwater and saltwater environments, such as rivers, lakes, and oceans. Some species are fully aquatic and have developed gills to breathe, while others live in damp terrestrial environments and rely on lungs for respiration. Snails are herbivores, feeding mainly on leaves, fruits, flowers, and vegetable matter. Using their dula, a specialized feeding organ covered in tiny, tooth-like structures, they scrape or tear food into smaller pieces. The dula acts like a file, allowing the snail to grind down food into digestible bits. Some aquatic snails, especially those in the marine environment, can be carnivorous or omnivorous. These species may feed on algae, plankton, or even other small marine organisms. Snails play a significant role in their ecosystems as decomposers, breaking down dead plant material and contributing to nutrient cycling. Most snails are hermaphrodites, meaning they possess both male and female reproductive organs. During mating, two snails exchange sperm with each other, and both can later lay eggs. Land snails usually bury their eggs in soil or leaf litter, while aquatic snails deposit their eggs in jelly-like clusters on submerged surfaces. The number of eggs laid can range from dozens to hundreds, depending on the species. The eggs hatch into tiny, fully formed snails, which then grow over time. A snail's shell also grows with them, expanding gradually as the animal matures. Snails are well known for their slow movement. They glide along using rhythmic contractions of their foot, which is lubricated by the mucus they secrete. While this movement is slow, snails are remarkably capable of navigating their surroundings and overcoming obstacles, such as climbing trees or walls. Snails are primarily nocturnal or active during moist, overcast conditions to avoid drying out in the sun. They retreat into their shells and enter a state of torpor or hibernation during dry or extreme weather, sealing off the opening of their shell with a layer of mucus, known as an epiphragm, to conserve moisture. The snail's primary defense is its shell, which it can retreat into when threatened. The tough, calcified shell protects the soft body from predators like birds, small mammals, and insects. However, the shell is not entirely impervious, and many predators have developed ways to break or bypass it. Some snails also use their slime as a defense mechanism. The mucus they secrete can be toxic or distasteful to certain predators, helping to deter attacks. Additionally, snails often remain motionless or seek refuge in their shells when threatened, relying on their hard exteriors to keep them safe. The lifespan of a snail can vary significantly depending on the species and environment. Land snails typically live for 2 to 5 years, though some species can live much longer, with reports of snails living up to 15 years in captivity. Aquatic snails tend to have shorter lifespans, ranging from 1 to 3 years. Snails grow throughout their lives, and their shells are a record of that growth. Each time they enlarge their shell, new layers are added at the opening, allowing scientists to estimate a snail's age by examining the growth rings. Snails play an important role in ecosystems as decomposers and herbivores. They help break down dead plant material, returning nutrients to the soil, and control the growth of vegetation by feeding on leaves and other plant matter. This grazing helps maintain the balance of plant species within their environment. Aquatic snails are also crucial in freshwater and marine ecosystems, where they contribute to the health of the water by feeding on algae and detritus. Some species are even used as bioindicators, helping scientists assess water quality based on their presence or absence. Snails, though often overlooked, are fascinating creatures with unique adaptations for survival in various environments. From their spiral shells to their slow, deliberate movements, snails play crucial roles in maintaining ecological balance and contributing to biodiversity. However, due to increasing environmental pressures, many species are now facing threats that call for greater conservation efforts.